going to make a scribal palette like the ancient Egyptians by using poplar wood, some written tools for writing, and some black and red dye ink. The preliminary holes are being made. Hello everybody, so today we're going to do the final stage of the Scribal Palette. We're going to veneer it, and in order to protect it against any damage, so the hieroglyphics and the wood itself will be preserved through a veneer product. So really we're just going to start taking some of the veneer here and just start stroking it slowly on there so it doesn't damage it. So nice and gentle, not to remove any of the hieroglyphic writing. That's it. So that's pretty much what we're going to do. We're going to protect it so it doesn't get damaged, break, or brittle. Hello everyone. Today I'm going to read the entire hieroglyphics on the Scribal Palette for you. So here I have my cartouches that are empty and the words symbols of Nabu or gold underneath each. Here you have the god Atum, Lord of the two lands, beloved of Ra. Down here you have again empty cartouches, which I would generally put my name, and you have on both sides symmetrical, King of Upper and Lower Egypt, Lord of the two lands, and down here is appearances or diadems or crowns, so generally Lord of Appearances. Here you have symmetry of living, beloved of Thoth, living, beloved of Amun-Re. So that's the hieroglyphics here. I've also veneered it so it looks a little shiny in order to protect the coating. And here you can see I used a little bit of the ink. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more. Hello everybody. Today we're going to show you how the ancient Egyptians wrote, or the scribes wrote. Today I'll be using a pre-drawn cartouche or shen, which is an eternity symbol, extended to cover the name of any royalty or divine god. Now what they usually use, they use a certain paste here, but what I've done is used a watercolor tablet, which I've inserted into a palette, which I created. Usually the scribes would insert their writing instruments within it, like so. And then when they begin to write or dictate information, they simply take their palette, mix a little bit with water and the paste, which they generally made or solidified or put into a sort of a gum, and then mix it with water to write. So today I have the cartouche that I've drawn, and at the same time I've written the name of Tutankhamun. This is his personal name. So we're going to draw it, just so you see. It won't take very long, but you understand the system. Now generally you're supposed to always keep dabbing per each character. So not too much of it, of course, just enough with this pen that I've drawn. It may not be perfect, but it'll give you a general idea. So that's all right, just make it nice and wet and keep it even. The ink gets nice and thick, and that's what's important. So we drew here the very first symbol, which is a reed, and this represents the letter I. And moving over to the Senate board, the Senate board here represents the letter Min. A letter Min. Like that. So this is the board and the little pieces that go on top, the Min. The next letter would be the wave, or the water wave, the river wave, which of course I've tied a little too much here. Right, like that. A little more water just to keep it nice and soft. Like that, the water wave. And that's the letter N. So this would be Emin, the name of the god, Emin. And now we'll have the T. This is a bread loaf. And there's two of them. One here, one there. Add a little more water. And then we would have, let's add a little more here. And we would have the chick. The chick represents the letter U. And here's its arm. And its feet. This is generally how the Egyptians wrote. They would use the palette. They can dictate and document many things. But here we're just simply doing the name of the pharaoh. And the idea is to constantly put ink or it dries off. This is a watercolor base, so it might dry a little quicker. But I'm just showing you a general idea. I'm not using any bubble gum or anything like that of any kind of replica. But just good old-fashioned watercolors. And this is now the Heka, the symbol of ruling. Usually this would be accompanied with the pharaoh. For example, Tutankhamun had it around his coffin. He had the crook and flail of office. This means that he had that position and power. Now, this is the very famous symbol, which means life. And this here is the plant of southern Egypt. And this is the Shammai. But this is different. This is not the Su symbol, because I'll show you why. It would just simply be the plant here of Upper Egypt. Sorry, Lower Egypt. I apologize. I mean Upper Egypt, which is the south. The Shammai. That's a little too much. Oh well, what are you going to do? So then we'll just remove it there, and we'll go like that and like that. Well, we fudged that one up, but that's okay. And then it would have its little specific dots here. It would be the end of the plant, which is the flowering. And this is the Shammai. And now what you have is the full name of Tutankhamun, which is read as Tut. So T-U-T, Tut, Ankh, Emin. So because of the honorific transposition, the god is always placed first in the name. So this would be Tut, Ankh, Emin. Heka Shammai, which is ruler of southern Egypt. And that is the name of the pharaoh of ancient Egypt. And this is written on papyrus and showing you how the scribes usually generally wrote. I'm just going to wipe that off here so we don't have too much access. And there you go. So you can see the scribal instrument. You see it's cut right through the bottom there and then written. And that's how you would write the name. Now, sometimes the birds are decorated. So you would have simple decorations like, for example, little lines in the reed to show the actual detail of the reed. The Senate board would actually be in a construction of, let's say, a chessboard position, something like that. Also, the chick would have some details. So maybe the side of the wing, like that, giving it a little more details on its back. Sometimes the bread loaves are colored in, just to give it a little more contrast, like that. Okay, same here. So those are the type of things you may see. So there it is. The name of the pharaoh, the instrument is returned back to the palette. And this is the papyrus, and here is the name of the pharaoh, Tutankhamun, his personal name. I hope you enjoyed this video. Tune in to maybe certain more other videos. I'll be working on some different projects, and follow me on Instagram. If you like this video, like and subscribe. Thank you.